Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. My name is Tamaria Lakayye and I go by Tamaria Lakayye on all of my social media platforms. Today we're going to be diving into some past, current, and future energy using tarot cards and astrology. Rolling the dice will help me to go ahead and pick out the zodiac sign and the number of times that we will shuffle the energy of the cards, and then we just go ahead and see what messages spirit brings up for us. So let's just go ahead and get into it. All right, so we have Sagittarius and we have 10. So we're going to shuffle the energy of the cards 10 times, and then we're going to go ahead and see what message Spirit has for Sagittarius today. I like using tarot cards to just kind of really ground and refocus me. The cards really do have deep and true meanings that really just reflect around the different cycles that we go through in life, the different energetic, spiritual, physical, and mental cycles that we go through in life. So as you are, on this spiritual journey with me, as you're tuning in, then hopefully we can get through these cycles and learn to basically master them. All right, Sag, so this is going to be the energy of your past. This is current. This is your current energy. So past, current, future energy. All right, on the bottom of the deck, we do have the Temperance card. And so with the Temperance, that is Sagittarius. That is you. That is you. So you may want to seek balance and moderation. That's probably going to be a theme for the cards that we picked out. But let's just go ahead and jump into the past energy and see what we have. All right. All right, Sagittarius. So the past energy, we have the Five of Pentacles. With the Five of Pentacles, you see two people who are obviously struggling with every difficult situation that we go through. As we push forward and we move on, there is always help around the corner. We just have to make sure that we don't get stuck in an energy of thinking and feeling that life is difficult and it would never get any better. With this Five of Pentacles, this is something that could have happened in the winter time. It is an earth sign. The thing that I want you to focus on right now in this particular moment during the reading is what are the lessons you've learned from being in a moment where you were just really in need, where your bank account funds were low, you didn't have all of the resources that you needed, and you were just facing hardships. What did you learn from those lessons that you can take and apply it to your current energy and your future energy? Sometimes we find ourselves in relationships that are based upon people struggling together. So it's like, because you were with me in the struggle, like you have this attachment to a certain person or a certain situation or a certain group, all because, you guys have, went through the struggle together and you guys were there for each other. Just know that that's not always a healthy form of attachment, to be attached to someone just because they struggled with you and you guys formed a bond and a connection over that. That's not healthy. And that's essentially what you see in this card is two people who have bonded together. They're walking past a church in which they should be able to turn to the church and get help. The church is a spiritual place. And for a lot of us, we're realizing that our spiritual place is within inside of us. Sometimes we look for these outside relationships to help us get through things that really only our highest belief and a source other than ourselves could help us to get through. Like God, the universe, the divine. Like sometimes we look for other people to help us to get through these hardships and these moments of being low, when we really need to look to God in order to get help. So once again, the question is, what lessons have you learned from being in a difficult situation? Just knowing that help was around the corner. So with this as well, it gives me that you got to make sure your own cup is full and filled before you can start pouring into others. Because if you don't have anything to give, then you don't essentially want to surround yourself with people who also don't have anything to give. You want to surround yourself around people that have a sense of abundance. And sometimes if you're just, just trying to stay around someone to be safe, that's not always the best possible outcome for this type of situation. So that's what I have for the past energy. Let's go ahead and jump into this current energy and see what we have. All right. Okay, so with the current energy, we do have the Devil card. Okay. So with the Devil card in your current energy, the question that I want you to go ahead and ask yourself before we jump into the meaning of the card: what beliefs keep you in a cage? Okay, Sagittarius, what are you believing that's keeping you locked into a cage? All right, so the Devil card is all about being locked in a cage, but it's like more of a mental and spiritual cage. Sometimes it can be a physical cage as well. It's about being too addicted to a certain way of being, thinking, feeling, and living. That's not helping you to be your highest, most authentic version of yourself and preventing you from elevating to a new level. Like, we all know the things that we struggle with and the things that we work on. So I don't need to sit here and name a list of things that people are addicted to. But it's like you're overly saturating yourself with pleasure and materialism, and it's making you feel as if you are caged and you don't see any connection to anything else outside of these addictions and materialisms. And it's causing you to almost mentally and spiritually enslave yourself. Okay, so the Capricorn does show up on the Devil card. So I'm not sure if you are in some type of situation with a Capricorn, because going back to this Five of Pentacles, it is showing that, two people are struggling together and they are low on their resources and hardships, and they are like bondaged together based on, probably addictions and pleasures that are not really helping them. So this is two earth signs, Sagittarius. I know you are a fire sign, but it's two earth signs popping up in your past energy and your current energy. So just take that however it resonates. The Devil card is like being controlled by the worst parts of yourself. It's like letting the worst parts of yourself just take control of your life, the way you present, the way you talk, the way you think, the way you live. It's just like letting the worst parts of you show. So that's what I have for your current energy, Sagittarius. Get yourself out of the cage. Put yourself in balance. Like, the Devil card doesn't mean like, oh, you're the worst person in the world. It just means that you need to get yourself and your beliefs, and you just need to get in balance. Is what the Devil card is showing me. So that's what I have for your current energy. We're going to go ahead and move on to your future energy. All right, so Sagittarius, your future energy is the Two of Swords. All right, so with the Two of Swords, before we dive into the meaning of the card, I just want you to go ahead and ask yourself, are you acting according to your intuitions? All right, so with the Two of Swords, you have a woman sitting on this block and she's like full of emotions, right? So much emotions that she has two swords in her hands and she's ready to fight off anybody that come towards her. And she's just really not ready to face some of the decisions that she has to make. However, she does have an inner voice that she does have the ability to tap into and help her to make decisions. However, she's just very closed off. Her heart is guarded. She doesn't want to see. She doesn't want to look. She doesn't want to feel. Because the choices that she has to make is difficult. She's indecisive. She's confused. She doesn't want to face her problems. So mentally, she's struggling to decide which path she should take. However, like mentioned before, if you listen to your inner voice, if you separate yourself from certain patterns that you see within your life that are not benefiting you, then you can sit down and really listen to that voice and hear what it says. A lot of times we hear that inner voice and we know that inner voice is telling us to do something and we just refuse to do it. But as we refuse to do what the inner voice tells us to do, the more we ignore it, the worse we find ourselves in kind of like this past and current energy. So whatever you need to do to go ahead and make a decision, regardless of how difficult it is, Sagittarius, just go ahead and do that for your overall best, and so that you can move forward and just get to a different and newer level. That is what I have for your reading today, Sagittarius. We're going to go ahead and leave on a positive note and do a daily affirmation card. Be sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Also hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of your future readings. And yeah, we're just going to go ahead and leave on a positive note, something for you to think and meditate on. All right, Sagittarius, so the affirmation card that we have says, I am more than enough. I am more than enough. I am more than enough. So whatever has you attached to situations and things that are not helping you to be in your most abundant energy, and it's causing you to face hardships, and it's causing you to be bonded to things that are centered around addiction and materialism and pleasure, that's ultimately not helping you to make decisions in the future. You just really need to tap into yourself and know that you are more than enough. So that's all I have for today, Sagittarius. Be sure to go ahead and share this video on any of your social media platforms. And I love you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.